It's vulnerable because I don't want you guys to judge me. I don't want you to interpret it the wrong way. But I also want people out there to know that if you're struggling with your dog, guys, we gotta get situated in here. Finnegan, you over here. Okay, Maisie right here. Go ahead, Maze. Oh, good girl. I know, she's like, I'm uneasy. And then Bentley, you can go up there. All right, can we all just coexist? No? Cool, cool, bro. Awesome. You're literally, people are gonna be clicking off this video because of your fro and your mohawk taking up the whole screen and distracting me. You're such a silly boy. I wanna talk a little bit about her. You guys are gonna see a lot of updates on her on my Instagram at Rachel Fasaro and on my Facebook, which is at Fasaro's Fosters, which will be linked below and up here. So if you wanna see her on the daily, definitely go check that out. Hi, Maisie Bays. Hi. So let's talk a little bit about how we introduced her, hi, to this boy and this demon child. No, I'm joking, but she was out at another volunteer's house through the rescue who is also a dog trainer. And so what we did is we drove Finnegan out there by himself and we took him out there because it's a neutral spot where they can meet. And then what we did is we just slowly introduced them. We actually did it off leash in a really controlled environment. And because it was with an experienced dog trainer, I felt really comfortable with that. And Finn doesn't get per se like aggressive, like he's gonna attack another dog. He just gets nervous and they'll start playing too rough. My fear is not another dog hurting Finn. My fear is with a small dainty dog like her. I mean, she's only maybe, I don't know, 35-ish pounds, maybe 40 at most. I don't want him to get too like in her face and accidentally injure her. I mean, he's not, like I said, Finnegan is not aggressive. He is a gentle, that's a lie. He is not gentle, but he is a sweet, sweet soul. That said, he doesn't realize his size. He's well over 60 pounds and he's very strong and he doesn't realize it. And so because of that, I just wanted it to be a controlled environment. But it was really simple. We let them meet on neutral grounds with a professional dog trainer. And we kept it lighthearted. I didn't like shove them in their faces and they did awesome together. I worked with both of them with treats and got them to sit together because Finn is very food motivated, so it had him focus on me versus her. And I wish I would have taken video, but I didn't because my focus was just making sure the meet and greet was successful. But he like almost didn't even care about her. He's more excited to smell the yard because it's like a really large yard. And so they met and it was really good and we let that happen for a while. Then what I did is we drove her home and then I put Finn away in his room and then I let Bentley come out and meet her. What we did is we just took Bentley out on leash in the front yard. That way it wasn't like inside the house and like really intense. Had her on leash. They met, it was fine. Ben has never met a dog that he hasn't gotten along with. Even the most aggressive dogs that we've had, no, I'm not saying to try this, but I'm just saying we've had many situations where we've fostered dogs or have had dogs in his presence that are dog aggressive. And while I don't just let them go at it, Ben, for whatever reason, brings out the softer side in the most intense dogs, which is why he does so well with Finnegan. Because we already knew she was super, super submissive, so we weren't too worried about her, but let's say I was bringing in another dog who wasn't as submissive and I wasn't sure how they do. What we'll usually do is we'll go to the front yard and I'll have Finn on leash and Mikey or a friend will have the other dog on a leash and we'll kind of walk them in a general same area around the block several times so they get used to being in each other's presence on neutral ground. And then I use praise, food, and toys to reward Finn when he's paying attention to me and not the other dog. And then when I feel that Finn doesn't seem super alarmed or stressed about the other dog, I let them get a little bit closer, and then back off, a little bit closer. And over a very long period of time, I'll get to a point where we kind of almost walk side by side. I'm not forcing them to be next to each other, but like we're kind of walking similarly in the same direction. And as long as that seems to go well, then we just kind of let it get closer and then we'll let them meet as long as they're meeting appropriately. I do have a video up here on more tips on introductions if you want more examples. I don't know. Now, there's a whole nother part of this too, which is what you don't want to do, or what I have not had success in doing, is, okay, cool, the introductions go well, that's over a few hour time period, let's say, and then we just let everybody in the house off leash, loose, and just doing their own thing. Now, what I mean by that is like, you want to give some space, at least that's what I've seen to be successful. So what I did is after everybody came in the house and we were calm, I put, again, Finn in his room with Ben because that's where they stay, like when we leave the house. And then with her, hi sweet girl, I let her have some alone time with just me and Mikey because I didn't want her to come in the house and have a new house she was experiencing, new people, new dogs, new smell, like it's just too much. So I let them all introduce so that they can kind of smell each other and get a first impression and keep it positive and light. Then I bring her in and I spend a lot of time with just her by herself so that she gains trust in me, builds confidence in herself, becomes more comfortable with her surroundings, and do that over a few days. I keep them fairly separate, not 24/7 separate, but lots of periods of hours as time apart. And that way my boys have time to just smell that she's in the house, smell that everything's okay. And then I switch, I put her in the crate and bring my boys out and they go smell her while she's in the crate and it all works out. So the net of it is you just don't want to, like, in my experience, just bring everybody in, everybody just chaos. It just, to me, just doesn't work well. And then the other final thing I want to say is monitor. So like, I never, ever, ever, and I've heard horror stories of this, and I don't have personal experience, but I never leave any of my foster dogs ever, like at any point in time, alone, unsupervised with each other. Like I would never just put her and Finn and Ben, let them roam the house or roam a bedroom without me there, even if we've had her for several months, because anything can happen. And, I, in my heart, believe that nothing ever would happen, especially with my two boys. That said, you always have to err on the side of caution, especially when you're working with such a fragile baby. So just never leave them unsupervised. But the net of it is, this is my new foster dog. I have no idea how long I have her. It could be for a week, it could be for a year, who knows, but we're going to take care of her as if she's our own dog. We're gonna fatten her up in a healthy way. And if you guys want some tips I'm not gonna talk about it now, but if you want some tips on how I plan to do that, there's some my nutrition tips linked up here and down below. And we're just gonna work on building her confidence. And I think, I don't think it'll take long for her to get adopted, but who knows? So I'm really excited, and I really just appreciate you guys kind of being part of this journey. When you watch these videos, especially when I'm talking about like fostering rescue dogs, all you're doing is helping bring more awareness to the importance of adopting, rescuing, fostering, spaying and neutering at appropriate ages, because those are things that can really help reduce the homeless pet population. And that is a huge, huge, huge passion of mine, which I always say, save all the damn dogs. I mean, that's really what I mean is, bringing more awareness to the importance of those things, as well as raw, whole food, fresh feeding. But just again, you guys can support in a really big way just by watching these videos, sharing these videos, commenting on these videos so that YouTube sees like, oh, like people want to learn more about fostering. And it's important that as a community, we can bring more awareness so stuff like this doesn't happen. Right? Like I have so many videos on how not to rehome your dog if you feel like you need to, like resources that are out there for you that a lot of people don't realize are there. And those are the kinds, which is linked right here. And those are the kind of things that I want the whole world to see, because if I can inspire one person to maybe keep their dog by using XYZ resource, that's massive. That's incredible. Now I want to jump into bark remark of the day, and that's basically my comment of the day. I did this on a video where I talked about bringing in Finnegan, and you can see him right here, bringing in Finnegan and why it probably wasn't the best timing for me to adopt him. That video will be linked up here. Please watch it before you judge me. So the comment that I had, the comment of the day on this will be to, I don't know how to say your name, Malikarajan Mari, that's the worst. But he said, I had a similar experience when I first got my puppy. It was like a roller coaster ride. It's been 6 months and I can't expect my life without him. No regrets, never. Thanks for the video. And I also want to give a shout out to Susan King said, thank you so much for making this video. This is a great help to us. Even though we thought we prepped and planned everything, it has still been a struggle to handle a new puppy. It makes it easier knowing that even someone with so much experience with dogs can have trouble too. And okay, last one to Barry Kim. I have to share. Thank you for this. I love my 6-month-old puppy so much, although at times I start to doubt myself and I feel like maybe I'm not ready for this, but you are right. She was put into my life for a reason. I am currently looking for a job where I'm able to work from home to give her more of my time. I have so many questions. I'm glad I found you on YouTube. You've been very helpful through my journey. Thank you, Barry. Thank you, all of you. Like, that video was really hard for me to make, and again, it's linked right here or down below, and it's vulnerable because I don't want you guys to judge me. I don't want you to interpret it the wrong way, but I also want people out there to know that if you're struggling with your dog, it's really relevant to Maisie here, it is very normal, and a lot of us are struggling, and if we work together, if we share our experiences together, and we help each other, and we create a community, and you guys feel supported, and I can provide any amount of value to help, that's a win-win situation. And I think that we just need to talk about this stuff more and just recognize that having a dog is flipping hard. It's very hard, even for somebody like me who's had ample experience, and even for somebody who's 50 years old and has been training dogs their whole life. It is a lot of work, and people just don't get that. But if you have a dog today, I'm going on a tangent, but the net of it is, if you have a dog right now and you're struggling and you're nervous and you're feeling lost, please just watch that video that I've linked up there, and remember that you're not alone. I am here with you. Connect with me on Instagram. I'm a little bit more active there. It's at Rachel Fasaro, but just, you're not alone. You have this whole community here of all these people watching. Go in the comment section, like, share your story, share your experience, like, let us help you, let us support you. You can do this. And I want you guys to comment below what your initial thoughts of Maisie are. Like, how long do you think it'll be until she finds her forever home? Do you think she'll adopt quickly, or do you think she'll take a while for a family to warm up to her? All right, guys, I hope that you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.